Shalom, shalom. Call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. And real quick, I just want to touch on what you see right here outside the Supreme Court building. Okay, when you look closer, you see, it's fenced off. I just put up a video showing how it's fenced off, going into how it's fenced off. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is, first of all, these people are going to end up rioting, and they're already getting the police ready, and their riot gear for people to be rioted and protesting tonight and all this weekend. Okay, so. And Esau does these things strategically to get the people riled up, to get tensions, flowing, to push forth his agendas. All right. So in the midst of all this, looming chaos about to break off, you also have this right here. This is what I just saw.
It's time to take action. Start by talking to your doctor to see if Descovy is right for you.
Now, concurring the court's decision, Justice Clarence Thomas wrote the Supreme Court should reconsider its past rulings on other issues like contraception, same-sex relationships, and same-sex marriage. Thomas is the current court's longest-serving justice. In his opinion, he wrote justices, quote, should reconsider all of this court's substantive due process precedents, including Griswold, Lawrence, and Obergefell. Justice Thomas adding the Supreme Court has a, quote, duty to correct the error, end quote. Those cases deal with Americans' fundamental privacy, due process, and equal protection rights. The case of Griswold versus Connecticut established the right of married couples to use contraception without restrictions from the government. Lawrence versus Texas protected the right of same-sex romantic relationships, and Obergefell versus Hodges established the right to same-sex marriage. If any of those cases are overturned, those issues too would go back to the states to decide.
There you go. So you have this Supreme Court judge, the one Jake, he says that they should consider same-sex marriage and contraceptives too, showing you that, they're trying to get you people riled up, man. And it's funny how the one Jake judge, said it, hey, man, ultimately this is going to lead up to more, civil unrest, more, protests, more riots, or protests that will turn to riots. And then, ultimately to tell the, this is just one more step closer to seeing the collapse of America. Okay, and it's bound to collapse. It is only a matter of time. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 25. And Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall his kingdom stand? You see, so these people they're very divided. We're in a time like never before, and these tensions are going to cause, ultimately great death and destruction. It's going to cause, things to increase, violence to increase, and then pretty soon you're gonna have people, attacking each other, people fighting in the streets. You're gonna have these, people fighting with the authorities, like you had the January 6th situation where they actually, was running inside the damn, building, the Capitol building, to try to find those damn government officials, man. So it's gonna be people, against other people. All right, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. We see in this now. The trumpet shall sound, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand still in fear with those that dwell therein. You see, so even the friends are gonna be fighting one against another like enemies, man. This is just, like I said, this is just the beginning of the collapse of America. It says, "And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." You know, this government's ultimately gonna get shut down. This economy is gonna get shut down. There's gonna be no more running water, no more electricity, no more none of that stuff, man. Okay. It says, "Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world." We're witnessing the end of America. Okay, and these things are going to help lead to it. You know, so these are very, like I said, they not only did this too, but they also passed some certain, gun safety, bills, which are going to be turned into laws. Lucky. We already heard in certain places that they saying that you, in certain places they saying that you can't, in certain places they saying that you can't buy a firearm unless you're 21 now instead of 18. Okay. So they out there fighting for their people gonna be out there fighting for their guns, fighting against the damn powers that be, fighting against each other, but groups versus all types of other groups. It's go and we coming into the summertime, man. Okay, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 1. "Behold, speak thou the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." And the Lord told us to prophesy that this place is going to be destroyed, man. Okay, it's funny because every summer, as soon as it starts getting hot outside, you start seeing tensions rising, man. Okay, that's what we're starting to see again. It says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee." Satan, "that speak against thee." It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction." And I posted a post today about, this, next pandemic coming, and, the next, deadly, so-called virus. All right. Be careful with my words. But I posted about it, and some guy came on, commented on my thing and said, "No, God will not allow that." And you don't understand. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world." So the Lord is the one that's bringing these plagues, man. The sword, famine, death, and destruction. Okay, it says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled." So wickedness is what? Abortion. That's wickedness. Hey, what else is wickedness? Same-sex marriage. Okay, that is wickedness. Okay, let me go down. It says, verse 14: "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the destruction and their..." "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So these governments are going to, pretty much push these people over the edge. They're going to lose it and start destroying each other, with those weapons, because they're not finna give up those guns, man. You're not taking these, especially these Edomites. You're not taking their guns, man. Even Jake, you're not taking their guns either. You out of your damn mind. They're not giving their guns up, so they're going to go out blazing, in hellfire of, a barrage of bullets, and then your next thing it says, "And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their own power." So nobody gonna go regard what these judges think, man. People going to completely disregard these laws, this government, this system, and just say the hell with it, man. And that's going to cause an economic collapse of the society, and then it's going to be through. And this society's already through, but that's just going to push it over the edge. Wow, man. I'm trying to do a video, and I just can't stop yawning all of a sudden, man. That's these bodies, man. That's why we need new bodies. That's why we need new bodies, man. Satan, is trying to, fuck with me, and these bodies are just acceptable to, weakness, man. It says, oh yeah, and because they're about to shut this shit down, man. Like I said, they're bringing out the cops right now, you in their military suits and whatnot. All right, it says, for there shall, so like it says, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see, the Supreme Court building was, fenced up, double fenced up. All right, it's probably electrical wire out there. And why they doing that? Because they know now, after this whole, January 6th thing, that these people are capable of anything. These people will, storm, showing you what time we in, man. A time of straight carelessness, man. The love of many is waxing cold, and people, nobody caring about these laws, the government. People just taking matters into their own hands. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And men shall have no pity upon his neighbor. And that goes for politicians, that goes for, anybody, man. But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So we coming into a time of lack of bread, lack of food, okay? And great tribulation, great death and destruction, man. All right? And this is just the beginning, man. This is just the beginning of sorrow. So pay attention, to this whole, Roe v. Wade thing and the what comes out of this, because it's going to be something, man. And then the next thing, they'll move with the next thing. So who knows? All right, stay in the spirit. With that being said, I'm going to say Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Ababa Ball. We come to some very, very crazy times. Keep your eyes peeled, man. But be prepared for anything. Anything could happen, and we're about to see anything. Any and everything, man. So stay in the spirit. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Bashim, Kakadash, Brakatha, Authority, Yahweh, Bashim, give me spirit to this lesson. I'm going to say, Kwame Sharala, Ababa Ball. Shalom.